Building our confidence is uncomfortable, and it is the price of success. Everything that we want to achieve in life requires effort, requires persistence, and becoming a new version of us that is confident and is the version of us that can sustain that result. In this video, we'll talk you through why being uncomfortable is the key to confidence, and being embarrassed, being rejected, facing challenges is key to success and getting what you want out of life, and how that mindset shift can take you from being stuck to unstoppable. Welcome to the YouTube channel for Catch. My name is Sam and I'm the founder and lead coach here at Catch. Unshakable confidence is the key to getting everything that you want in life and dating. So on this channel, we help you to build that unshakable confidence and become the most unstoppable version of you. If you're interested in working with us in any way, courses or at-home ways to build your confidence, all of that information is in the description box below. And we're also running a free-to-enter competition right now, and all the details of that are down below as well. So let's go back to when we were children and we were first learning how to walk, how to talk, and how to interact with people. We would attempt to walk and take a few steps, but if we weren't able to do it first time, we wouldn't be put off, we wouldn't tell ourselves that we couldn't do it, we wouldn't give up, we would just try again and keep refining our approach, taking advice from others, taking advice from our parents, until we were able to achieve that goal. And the only difference between us as children and us now, an internal narrative of self-doubt, of fear of embarrassment, fear of rejection, fear of looking stupid or not fitting in with our peers. And that's a normal part of how our brain works. We are wired as a species to live in tribes. We want to be accepted by our group. Often how we're brought up in modern society is about competition. So wanting to seem cooler or more attractive than our peers and be top of the totem pole. In our Unstoppable Man series, and how by seeing life as a competition, that can hold us back. But sometimes that competition is in our own heads. And we end up stopping ourselves trying to do new things or going after what we really want because we're afraid at some level that we might be, rejected by the group or the society at large. And being part of that group is key to survival. So our brain is trying to keep us safe, and it is a survival mechanism. However, when it comes to creating that unshakable confidence and becoming the most unstoppable version of us, we need to be able to overcome that inner monologue, face our fears, and tackle any potential embarrassment or rejection head on. Building any new skill or behavior requires persistence. It requires effort. When we start a new job, we don't expect to be perfect at that job straight away, or if we're starting a new sport or starting something new in the gym, we expect there to be some practice. And that's why we go through education, we go through training, we might have mentors at our job who are helping us, people who are showing us the ropes and what to do. And we then decide that we're going to achieve the outcome, which in this example is becoming good at the job or mastering that new skill or behavior. And we go through those steps to achieve what we need. And it may feel easier because we're not afraid of being embarrassed, we're not afraid of failing or not doing the job good enough. We expect there to be a learning curve because it's something new. So what we need to do is take that mindset, the mindset of a child or the mindset that we see a lot of people have when it comes to a new job or a career, where we decide that we want the outcome and we map out a journey, and we're not afraid to take that journey and the steps that we need to take to achieve that outcome. And we see that journey as part of becoming the version of us who can sustain that result. So the version of us who excels at that job is a great salesperson, or that child who sees themselves as the version who can walk. They're more focused on the outcome and see the journey as a part of the process rather than being scared of it. So you can apply the same mindset to our personal life, and the same with a social life. Going to networking events, meeting new people, starting run clubs, doing clubs of the things that you enjoy, and having to make conversation with strangers, again, that might feel difficult. It might feel embarrassing. It might feel clumsy at first, but it's part of the journey of being someone with a popular friendship life and social circle, or working on our eye contact, our humor, how we can interact with new people and becoming more confident can be difficult, but we do it because we want to achieve that social life and being able to feel at ease in situations. So we see the practice and the uncomfortableness and the embarrassing part of it as just an inevitable step to get to where we want to get to. So we're going to go into it with a more open mind, open heart, and being more vulnerable, because we know that that's just a step on a journey to inevitably getting the outcome that we want. And that is the critical, or one of the critical mindset shifts here. If we can shift it from, oh, I have to go through this difficult thing and it's going to be difficult and it's going to be embarrassing, to, oh, actually, I want to be embarrassed. I want this to be difficult because that's part of getting what I want. That's going to get me closer to what I want. That's going to shift a perceived negative into a positive. And you'll no longer shy away from fears, but move towards them. And it's the same if you want to start your own business or content creation. Every content creator, including myself, has found it embarrassing or difficult or vulnerable to talk about things that you're passionate about and knowledgeable in and create content. Because when you put yourself out there, you're putting yourself out there for criticism and personal criticism, not just in the work that you're doing. And that can feel very vulnerable. But when you want to set up your own business, that impact that you want to have on the world, the outcome that you want for your family, perhaps it's financial freedom or passive income or being able to travel or work less hours, that why or that outcome powers you through the embarrassment. And again, if you go into starting a business or content creation as, I'm going to fail, I'm going to make mistakes, I'm not going to be good at the start, but I'm centered in my why and the outcome I want to achieve, it makes those difficult steps or that embarrassment feel a lot smaller and something that you can overcome if you're really determined to get the outcome. That's what separates confident people who have unshakable confidence and unstoppable people, because they see any hurdle as part of the journey and expected and something that they can get over rather than insurmountable. This is a mindset that you can develop. So the more that you feel the fear and do it anyway, eventually your nervous system gets used to that and it stops reacting as strongly emotionally to setbacks or fears or embarrassment or rejection, because you start to know that that's just part of the process and you will overcome it and get to the next step in the journey. So not only will it help you get what you want in each instance, but over time it helps you become the unstoppable version of you, because no longer does embarrassment, rejection, etc. stand in your way. Those things stop being scary to you, and in fact you run towards them because you see them as part of getting closer to what you want. And finally, if you're still struggling to face that embarrassment, to move forward, if you're still struggling with it, after listening to this video, ask yourself why. What is it that makes taking this step or the fear of being embarrassed so difficult? What is it that the most confident or unstoppable version of you would need to believe, or what would their mindset be around that fear of being embarrassed or being rejected or facing setbacks? And deliberately build those beliefs, because if you aren't able to get over the embarrassment or the fear and you're not able to take that step forward, there are going to be things in your belief system that you need to work on, such as self-trust or being able to see yourself as that future version that has the outcome, or feeling good enough for the outcome, feeling deserving of it. If you want to be an entrepreneur, seeing yourself as an entrepreneur, or perhaps you're scared of losing money in the short term and you need to build your belief about your ability to take on risk, your ability to achieve, or maybe you need more of a cushion financially or support from family and friends to do what you need to do. What are those things in your belief system that are holding you back, and what do you need to put in place to overcome them? And we did do a separate video on building your beliefs, so we'll link that down below and up above. That's a foundational video for everything on this channel, so make sure that you check that out. And that plus this video should help you overcome any fear of embarrassment. So to close this video, to achieve sustainable results and achieve the outcomes you want out of life, it requires a new version of you, one who runs towards your fears, isn't afraid of embarrassment or sees it as part of the journey. Same for rejection, same for being uncomfortable, knowing that you need to get uncomfortable and be embarrassed to get what you want. And so build those beliefs, focus on the outcome that you want, envision the version of you that already has the outcome, and work towards becoming that version of you. And you'll be very happy with the results that you see. So I'd love to hear your thoughts below. Where have you faced the fear and done it anyway? Where have you felt uncomfortable and then persisted and been able to achieve the outcome that you want? Or maybe there's something you're struggling with now that's proving difficult and you want a bit of motivation or a bit of advice. Drop those questions down below. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting and subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.